The Chicago Bears are 1-0, undefeated season thus far. Let's go. Today on Sports Chicago Style, we're going to chop it up about the Bears. We're going to do a wrap for the Texans, what we saw there last week, and what we're expecting to see Sunday night in prime time, which is always iffy, wearing the orange uniforms. So come on back and let's chop it up. Sports Chicago Style. Sports Chicago Style. For me and you. Hey, Triple R here. Before we get deep into this episode, let's go around and say hello to everybody that's going to be chopping it up with us today. The batting order, let's start out. Coach Tripping. What's going on, Coach? Hello. Greetings and salutations, right? To all.
Hello! Welcome to the kitchen of Shade Trips. I am the owner and proprietor, Chef Trips.
No, Charles. Bro, don't be fucking with the blood demon. We got Gizmo right now. We don't need to use that dark magic. Huh? Yeah, it's Trip. FGB. FGB. Well, glad everybody is here with us today. Hope your all connection's good. We're all good to go. No technical issues. Sounds good. Cool. So, last week, the Tennessee Titans visited Soldier Field, and the Bears came out victorious after let's call it a shaky first half. Things that I did notice was that offensively, I didn't see a direction, a lane that offensive coordinator Shane Waldron was putting the team in. There was not a lot of running or quick hitters when the pressure was coming right up the middle, in the A gap. I didn't really feel a vibe on offense, or as the kids say nowadays, an aura. We don't know what the offensive aura is in this team yet. Now, granted, it's the first game, but like to see some kind of direction. So, being a work in progress, everybody's coming together, first time together. Let's get all of we're not exactly sure this out, we're not exactly sure that out. Let's get all that worked out as we move forward. Now, moving to the defensive side of the ball from week one versus the Titans. Wow. I like it. The front four got pressure. They were interchangeable outside, inside, left side, right side. Walker was doing his thing. Sweat was a little, I wouldn't say not heard from, because he was taking on a lot of double teams. But he allowed Billings and Walker and the pressure that came with it to get Mayonnaise Man Will Levis out of his comfort zone. And then the linebackers were able to, clean up in that middle of the field, and then the secondary were pretty much shut down versus those Titans receivers, which you got to love to see. So the turnovers were there, the pressure was there. The only thing that I really think that could be tightened up on the defense for this Bears squad is the run defense. Now, they were able to make adjustments in the second half and shut the Titans out for no more scoring. They scored 17 points in the first half and nada in the second half, which is lovely. And then they were able to produce those turnovers and the pick six by Tyreek Stevenson, Player of the Week, NFL. Rock on. So the defense is much further ahead than the offense as a unit, which is kind of to be expected. And I did like the influence of Coach Washington, the defensive coordinator, over head coach Flus. Because Flus just strikes me as very, very conservative, whereas Washington's really willing to mix it up, send different blitz packages when necessary, linebackers, and just confusing the quarterback. So want to see more of that. Liked the start that I saw from the defense so far. And special teams wise, Carter was nice, number 11. But Valus. All right, he let the ball, he fumbled the ball, then he kicked it to the other team. It was like, Valus. So yeah. But Santos, he was called upon and he did his job. And our Aussie kicker, the rookie Taylor, he was pretty good with his punting. Oh, and before I move on and hand it over to Coach Tripping, also I forgot number 52, Daryl Taylor on defense. He was the other active one that I neglected to mention when talking about the defense. But I'll go ahead and not monopolize everything. So, Coach Tripping, take it away. Thank you, Triple R, for the wrap-up, right, for the Titans. I did not like the rotation that was going on with Bates and Mr. Davis over there at the right guard, right? There's no cohesion being built up on that line. And that center, Mr. Sheldon, who's this free agent signing, he did not look all that awesome. But I will give them time to get cohesion as a unit if they're all in there together. I don't like the switching in and out during the season. That's what the goddamn preseason is for. On the defense, I enjoyed the activity of the defensive line, right? And I believe that with continued pressure, that this unit can be very special because the back end, they're ball hawking, and the front end, they're pressuring. So I like the direction that's going. Special teams wise, no complaints from the punter or the kicker. Whereas, right, it's a different story with the Valus Jones Jr. That boy's running out of lives. And I don't know how much longer that this Ryan Poles and this Flus will keep him around when he keeps making these possibly game-altering mistakes.
Thank you very much, Coach Tripping, for the wrap-up of the Titans game with the mayonnaise at quarterback. I like the way our defense came to play, and they put pressure on him, causing him to feel uncomfortable in the pocket and make errant throws out of sacks and out of pressure that led to the defense making the turnovers, which is very good. And it is also not surprising that the special teams and the defense are ahead of the offense as a unit. The cohesion and the gelling and the coming together of the offensive line has been, in this first game, a chore. And I do believe that as the season goes on, that the offense will find its footing and its passing and become more productive. Special teams was very good with the returns and the kicks and the field goals. So overall, I do believe that the 1-0 Chicago Bears against the Tennessee Titans was a decent game, and we get some boos in the first half, and some people were upset with the boos, but what the fuck are you gonna do? They were playing like shit, and if you smell shit, you say it's stinky, And the way you say the stinky as a fan is if you boo. But the team should not let them be dissuaded by these boos. And they went to the locker room and they made the adjustments. And in the second half, they got cheers because they played much better. So if they don't want to be booed, the suggestion would be not to play like shit. But then if you do play like shit, it is good that you're able to clean that up and not be so stinky anymore. So going forward, this offense and these defense and these special teams will take turns being the dominant force of the team and dominate other teams that the Chicago Bears will play.
Like, bro, the Titans game, I made like a list of of notes of people that like balled the fuck out, bro. And so it's like the Hardy Boy, he's number 92. He's like he made the roster, and he was really active on special teams, and he was the one that blocked the punt that that changed the whole sway of the game on special teams. And then like I know it's part of like the game now, but to see like Herbert on special teams is just weird. But I know that running backs are just like all over the fucking field now, and Homer, who's normally the running back that's on special teams, he did more on offense than it seems like Herbert did on offense, and Herbert did more on special teams than 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 Homer did on offense. On they was bro, I get confused because it was very confusing. But you know what I mean? Like they did the opposite. Homer's supposed to be the special teams guy, but he did more from the backfield. And then Herbert is supposed to be the backfield guy, but he did more in the special teams. I don't fucking know, bro, but it worked. And and on the offensive line, you got the right stuff, baby. Darnell Wright, right tackle, beast. And 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 Taylor, number 52, the guy that Ryan Poles just traded for from Seattle for a 6th-round pick. Fuckity fuck yes, cause that dude is. I'm so excited. He just can't hide it. He's about to lose control on opposing quarterbacks. But Carter, number 11, who is another late addition to this team. He has some nice returns, bro. And then the punts. I think somebody mentioned him earlier, but the rookie Taylor, he's fucking nice. He was nice. And then Don Rob was, I don't know if he was inactive or I don't know. I just don't remember seeing him. But I was looking for him. But I saw Hardy and I saw Taylor. I didn't see Don Rob. And I saw Walker. I didn't see Don Rob. But whatever. And I'll wrap it up with motherfucking Valus Jones. Needed V12, got VJJ. And it's like they're trying to get him the ball because he's an athlete, but it's like he's having difficulty retaining the possession of said ball, and that shit ain't cool. And I think he got like one more chance to fuck up, and he's like out of there. So yeah, that's what I saw, and that stood out. And then, but Gizmo, he wasn't like horrible, but he wasn't like great. But it's not like excuses; it's more reasons. When like the pressure is coming right up in his grill like that, and it's like, bro, it's very difficult to have success like that. And then like especially when some of the play calling was just weird on offense. I don't know, but yeah, Texans, not the what do you call those fucking guys? The Titans, yeah, ha. We own them. Let's go. Now, it was announced for this Sunday night's game, national TV, scary, in Texas, that the Bears will be wearing their orange jerseys and orange helmets, which is, cool to have different flavors, different, color coordinations and all that fun stuff. Let's hope that it works out for this national prime time appearance. Other than that, it's like whatever, white, blue, orange, as long as they're there and wearing some kind of unis, I'm there. The particular colors or patterns, not really a thing to me, but I guess that's just me. Coach, what do you think? I cannot say that I have a preference for colors, right? Because I don't give two good shits what color the uniforms are. I ain't no fashionista, right?
The team will be wearing the orange this week, looking like the Halloween pumpkins. And I love pumpkin pie. I love sweet potato pie, but I digress. The uniforms are a good way for the NFL and the franchises to make more of a lucrative money wise because they have more colors and styles of jerseys and helmets to sell as souvenirs. So while it is a money grab, and to some people it makes a difference what color they're wearing, but to me, I have no personal preference on this matter.
I think I like the orange because, like, when I'm playing on Madden and it's in the snow and like I can't like be seeing the white unis and shit, and so I don't know who's who. But I put on those orange joints, and bro, it stands out nicely. But as far as like like the Bears, like wearing them against the Texans, it's like, bro, like the Mom One Birdcage said.
Those, well, one does want a hint of color.
Now, hoping to see Sunday night in prime time more cohesion as a unit on offense, more comfortability with Caleb Williams, with maybe some quick hitting, passes, getting the run game going and getting play action off of that. Because it looks like that the Texans, their strength on defense are their ends, defensive ends. So opposed to the Titans last week, whose pressure was primarily their defensive tackles and up the middle, is going to be now on Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright to, hold the weight for the majority of that pass rush, other than blitzes, of course. So hopefully the interior offensive line has tightened their thing up, and the left and right tackle, they're ready to take on this pressure that Tennessee brings. And flipping the other sides of the ball, I like the Bears' secondary matchup against these very dangerous Texans wide receivers, and of course C.J. Stroud pulling the trigger back there. We got to get that front four pressure, and if it has to take front, blitzes to come with it, I think Coach Washington can juice it up to make it happen. But don't know if it'll be really necessary because I think I saw in the injury report for the Texans that their starting center, who's a important cog obviously in that line right in the center there, is a game time decision. So even if he goes, he will be physically limited. And get Billings in there, get Big Dex in there, get Walker in there, and get in his face. I believe also that for the Bears, Zach Pickens, he's totally off of the injury report, so he's physically good to go from, I believe he had a groin issue. So yeah, both sides of the ball, I think we match up pretty well. And being that this Texans team is a playoff team, I think this would be a good litmus test to see where this Bears team is, in this young, very, very young season. Coach Trippy, for this Sunday night primetime matchup against the Texans, I'm going to need to see this defense keep being active, keep being aggressive, keep being ball hungry. Offense needs to find some goddamn identity, right? Are we running the ball? Are we passing the ball? What are we doing? Coach Waldron, right?
For this week, with the All Eyes on Me Sunday night primetime game, the Chicago Bears will be playing the Houston Texans, who are a playoff team from last year and who have improved their team. So they are 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 good on the offense, good on the defense, and good on the special teams. And they are more advanced as a cohesive unit on all three phases than the Chicago Bears team. But I do believe that the Chicago Bears team has the heart and the desire and just the mean and nastiness on the defense to make the Texans offense make mistakes and contain their offensive powers. And on offense, I hope this Chicago Bears team is able to circumvent all of the problems that they were having before and find their identity and their footing and are able to score some points on their very own. But I look forward to seeing this contest and the battle of the wills on the field and with this coaching staff.
So, like, bro, Sunday night versus the Strouds, I still want to see, like, more pressure getting into his face because, like, he's a good quarterback. And they got, like, Nico and that little dude that runs real fast, the Tank Dale man. And I think our secondary can match up well as long as we're getting pressure. But if Stroud is allowed to just stand back there, I think that could be a very long day for our defense. And on offense, I want the Gizmo to get into a rhythm, and so run the ball, and I think Triple R, like he was saying, then do some play action, and don't put it all on his shoulders like last week against the Titans when the special teams and the defense had to carry the offense. I want to see the offense make more strides to be a contributor to that third aspect of the game, and break that prime time like curse jinx kind of thing that we got hanging over our heads. Well, it's always fun talking Bears with the crew, talking Bears with you. For any comments that you may have, please be sure to send the comments under this video, and follow us on the social medias. I think we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and the channel on YouTube, Sports Chicago Style. Then also the website, sportschicagostyle.com. If you care to kick us down a little something on the Ko-fi or on the Patreon platforms, Sports Chicago Style. You know what to do. And also for email contacts, sportschicagostyle@gmail.com. All right, guess we're going to get out of here for the week, but we're going to go around and let everybody close it out. Coach Trippy, thank you for letting me be a part of, this team and coming into your abode or your job or wherever you're watching this from to talk some Bears. And keep on the lookout for the Trip Kungo video series that we are in production with, that I'm working with Trip when he has time and not slipping up onto some punani like he does, right? And we will be with you very shortly. Keep a lookout for it, right? Thank you.
Yes, thank you for allowing me to be a part of this team. And thank you for listening. And I look forward to seeing you for my video recipes as I make different various dishes from Chicago and other places over by there. And sometimes even the BFEs. So see you next time.
Bro, like, thanks for watching, and be sure to catch my exercise vlogs, and we're gonna get our sweat on, cause it's all about the action, sex, action, zen. Thank you very much, Coach Tripping, Chef Trips, and Trip. Ha, you wild, boy. You wild. But once again, thanks you all for watching, and look forward to seeing you next time. Go Bears.